I'm collecting my oven mitts where my child has drugged them out today. Hey, Gray. What's up? And I'm brewing a cup of coffee. All right, let me get my sugar. Sugar, sugar. Sugar, sugar.
Okay, who's the special person?
Hey, girl, hey. What's up? Let me stir my sugar in and let me get my creamer. Hey, Love Bug. Hey, Sherry in Dallas. How are you? Hey, Trisha. Hey, Baby Blue. Hey, Mary Burkett. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Mama Bear. Mommy Bear. My bad. Baker's Girl. Sammy. What's up? Hey, Stacy. Hey, Taylor. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Susan. Hey, Penny. What's up, Nikki? What's up? Hey, girl. Hey. Brandon, what's going on? Thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate you. Wild Thing, Elizabeth. What's up, Morgan BB? What's up, baby? Hey, April. Hey, Janie. I was scrolled back, so I'm down to the bottom. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Christy. Elizabeth, what is going on, love? Happy Saturday, baby. Y'all ready to make some peach cobbler? I'm ready to try these peaches. Look, Carrie, today was a really good day. We got a little cranky towards the end, but that was because we had not had naps today. And that happens. We're in that transition stage of napping and not napping. You know what I mean? What's up, Ray? April, I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with that. I promise you. It is so good. Thaw the wings down, rinse them real good, and thaw them down. Once they're thawed down, rinse them, kind of pat them dry. Coat them with some olive oil, and then put your seasonings on them. I'm telling you, so good. Thanks for the paper crane. Some days we nap and some days we don't. So it just depends on what we have, like what we're doing that day. If we're like running errands and all that kind of stuff, they're really not going to sleep unless they're in the car seat. And that's going to be a cat nap. And after a cat nap, go and be prepared, because there's going to be some attitude behind that afterwards, because it's not a full nap. Thanks for the paper cranes! So... we're about to try this creamer. Yes! Okay, so that being said, because they're not... Okay, Huxley is not napping anymore. He's done. He will rest for a little bit, but he is not napping anymore. Rue, some days she can get by without a nap, and some days she cannot. And you know by about 2 or 2:30 where she stands for the day. If she, by about 2:30, is like starting to pick on Bubba and be a total terror and throw stuff in the floor and not being content with anything, we need a nap. It may not be but a 30 or 45 minute nap, maybe an hour, but we need a nap. And that's fine. But it just depends on her mood of the day. All right. So, I've never had this, and I hope it is good. It's dairy free, so this should help my belly. This would get rid of my dairy. It smells really vanilla-y. I'm very skeptical. Do you hear me? I'm trying not to be, but I'm skeptical. I may still venture out and try something else next time, but girl, let's face it, I bought that one, I'm gonna use it. I feel like, I'm telling you, I know it's supposed to be vanilla. Maybe it's because it's almond. Maybe it's the almond that I'm tasting. But it almost tastes like a hazelnut. Like, it almost makes it hazelnut-ish tasting to me. It's got to be the almond milk. See, y'all got to remember, too, though, I don't do milk. Like, milk in general. If it's cooked into something like that, that's fine. But as far as just pouring up a glass of milk, I ain't interested. I don't do that. Can't do that. It make no. Daddy even got some strawberry banana milk the other day. He was like, just try it. I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it. Thanks for the paper crane! I'll try it, fine. So I tried it, y'all. It was all I could do to keep it in my mouth. It's like, I was, There's something about milk, and maybe it might be a psyche thing, because that does kind of look like milk when it pours out the thing. Yes, milk, dairy product melt with my tummy. It melt with my tummy. So I have to be careful. So I'm trying this almond milk one to see if I can tolerate it, because it's non-dairy. Girl, I don't know. It's not horrible. It really isn't. But it's going to take some getting used to. I don't know. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? I'll look for the oat one the next time and try the oat one the next time. But somebody recommended this one and they were like, oh, it's so good. I love this one. This is my favorite. If I like it, I know you'll like it. And you know when somebody tells you that, I should have known. Because normally when somebody tells you that, because I like it, you're going to love it. You're not going to like it. Go to their house and have one. Then if you like it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So anybody that wants to try it in the neighborhood, I'm gonna have it available for a trial run. It's not my favorite. I'm not mad at it. I'd drink it if I had to drink it. But I think I'm just so used to my creamer, my international creamer. You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh. I can't. That one is gross. That one is gross. Can't do it. Not for all the time. I could temporarily. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one full time, y'all. I got that kind of in the back of my... I can't... It's not... It's something... I don't know. It's the almond. It's got to be the almond. And I love almonds. But I don't know if I want an almond in my coffee. Michael Roberts, thanks for being here. I appreciate you hanging out, watching our videos, and enjoying us during lives. Appreciate you. Quiet one, hope you feel better, get a good night's rest. All right, let's do this thing. Let me get my sugar and my flour. All right, so we're gonna need some sugar. Some flour. Oh, my butter. What's up? Hey girl, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey, Lori, how are you, love? I'm gonna do a peach cobbler. Cause we do a brunch. And the brunch, the brunch, a cobbler will go for the brunch. Somebody will eat peach cobbler at brunch time. With a cup of coffee all day long. Valerie, yes, honey. That is they're the magnetic ones from the Zon. It's a 4-piece set. You know the Amazon? Hold up, because it'll drive me bonkers if I don't get it semi-straight from here. Okay. Now let me get my apron. Hey, girl, hey! And it's still chilly out, you know what I mean? So a cobbler will be a good, warm little dessert. You know what I mean? Beyond, I am diagnosed. I have actual papers that say that I am OCD. For real, for real. That's why everybody's always like, why your house always looks so clean. Oh my gosh, your house always looks so clean. Girl, I constantly am running behind these kids, cleaning up. I don't like stuff out of place, but during the day, does it get messy? Yeah, it does. But at night before I go to bed, it is picked up and put back together. I can't do that. I can't do it. For a little while there, because I had been so worn out from the kids being so young for so long and, endless nights of sleep. And when I finally started getting some sleep, thanks for the paper crane, mwah, I caught up on sleep. You know what I mean? Now I'm kind of reached a point where I'm like trying to get back into my realm of the way I do things and keeping things caught up. Girl, I can't I used to be able to lay down with a little bit of stuff in the sink. Can't do it anymore. I can't. It drives me bonkers. If there's clothes in the laundry, they better be drying. You know what? They better be like going. I don't want to have anything left in the basket when I get up in the morning. Like, that's where I'm at in life at this moment. I don't know why I'm that super focused on things, but that's where I'm at. So I'm nesting again, probably because of this whole stuff with TikTok and, it may not, it's driving me bonkers. So I'm having to nest as comfort for myself. Does that make sense? I really think that's what it is. I really do. Because that's what I do as a fammy. You know what I mean? Now, I'm hearing some good things, but I don't know what to believe anymore. So we're just prepared. I am telling you right now that make sure that you're following me on the tube. You know what I mean? The tube of you. Just in case. Subscribing there is absolutely free. Go make sure you're following me. All my links are in my link tree in my bio. But by all means, make sure you get me there for sure. I started adding some videos there today. Blue, we're not actively trying for any more children. In total, we don't just have the 2 babies here. The 2 and almost 4-year-old here. I have to get used to him. He's about to be 4 in February. We also have a 21, 22, and 27-year-old. And then we have 2 grandboys as well that are 6 and 8. So, we've got a very vast family. But the older kids, out of the older 3, the only one we really hear from is my 21-year-old son. My 2 oldest daughters, they've got so much going on in their own lives, doing their own things. Girl, if I hear from them, I hear from them. I message them and try to get some response when I can. And then, when I can't, I can't. You know what I mean? So. Court, look, you are by no means obligated to send him anything. But if you want to, you are absolutely welcome to. My P.O. box is in my bio. Somebody asked what sign am I? I am a Scorpio. Through and through. So Huxley now knows how to open the oven door. So I have to make sure he hasn't thrown anything in it. I'm putting a stick of butter into my pan. I'm going to melt this down in my 9x13, okay? And I just pop it in there while the oven's preheating, and we'll mix our cobbler and cut up our peaches. Yes, honey. Jen, yes. Let's go ahead and throw all this in here real quick. Where's my measuring cups? Hey, loves. How are you? All right. You're going to need... All right, you ready? Grab a pen and paper, and I'm going to run you through the list of what you need to do this. This is just a simple cobbler mix. Anybody can do this. I promise you. It's not hard. Get your peaches. You're going to want at least a cup or more of peaches. I like some peaches. Don't play with me. So mine will be probably a little more than a cup, okay? All right. Ready? Then you're going to need a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, a cup of milk, a cup. Mix that together. That's your cobbler mix. In your pan, after your butter has, mix that together. That's your cobbler mix. In your pan, after your butter has, now peaches and syrup. If you've got fresh peaches, use fresh peaches, then you want to put some sugar on those peaches. These are already sweet because they're in syrup, so I'm not going to sugar these. I might put a little bit of sugar on them. I'll taste the syrup and see how sweet they are. Anywho, put your peaches down in there, then pour your cobbler mix over the top, and then cut up a half a stick of butter in cubes and put that over the top. Don't mix it in. Just put it over the top and pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for 35 to 45 minutes. Peach cobbler it is. It's best served over ice cream, but I don't have none, so I'm just going to eat it straight from the, you know what I mean, in a bowl. But it's really good with some vanilla ice cream. Remember, Dolly, a cup. Mm-hmm. Same concept. Yes, I do potato soup. Yes. It's actually in my I have a potato soup and I have Moxie Melanie's potato soup in my cookbook as well. I'm going to go just a smidge more than a cup. More like a cup and a quarter. Maybe a cup and a third. Just because I'm going to put a little extra cup. Girl, that's so bad. So the fresh, normally I make it with fresh peaches. So normally, the way this recipe is set up, it is set up for fresh peaches. But tonight, I'm using these jarred peaches because I don't have any fresh peaches. So I'm curious if this is I'm not gonna use the syrup though. I'm just gonna pull the peaches out and use peaches. But I'm curious if it's gonna change the consistency of this one. We'll see. I don't know. Only time will tell. That wasn't quite a cup. Alright. Now I gotta get my milk. Regina, yes, you can use the frozen as well. Now, I would say, if my guess would be that you would want to thaw those first. I don't know. Because you wouldn't want them to, like, you know what I mean? Cause you to have too much moisture in it either. I would think. And then sprinkle them with some sugar. Girl, that can go in the refrigerator.
Listen to Athletes First Family Podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Athletes First and start listening. Did you know that 70% of people get
What's up?
already have a connection?
You do use the juice for the peaches in yours, Sherry?
And on my podcast, Get Hired, I bring you all the information.
$3.50, 35 to 45 minutes.
Finding a job may be tough, but Get Hired is here for you every step of the way. Listen to Get Hired.
I might put a little bit of juice in mine then too. Why not? Hey girl, hey! All right, look. Tap, tap, tap. Share, share, share. 500K in likes, 500 shares. I'll give away one of my coffee mugs randomly. I'll just do a random pick for likes and shares. I have 15 different designs. I'll just go and grab one of my, like, I got a whole bunch of them just stacked in there currently. So I'll just go grab one of the boxes and you'll just randomly get one. All right? Cool beans. All right. Tonight's top gifter, I will do the same bundle that I did last night. I will give you 2 of my coffee mugs as well as your choice of any of my cookbooks. I have volume 1 through 4 available, and I have the dessert edition. Now, the dessert is all the desserts from volumes 1 and 2. So if you get volume 1 and 2, you're going to have those desserts. Unless you just want to get that to A, support me extra, and B, to have all of them. I love you. I mean it. I appreciate it. You always use the juice? I'm about to try it, but I've never used I always use fresh peaches. So this will be my first time for like jarred peaches. So I'm going to try to use some. Why not? Put the whole jar in. See, I'm kind of wondering, what if I put some of the syrup into my batter mix too? So the batter kind of had that peachy syrup taste. I'm curious. You think? What do you think? What's up? You think? Less milk, a little bit more juice? Well, since I used the extra third a cup, I could still use a cup of milk and then use like a third of a cup of juice. What about that? That's what I'm thinking about. Or go like, please tell me how to share. Brenda Sue, right down here. See the little arrow right there? If you click on that arrow, it lets you share. Now listen, the way it used to be, I don't know if it's still the case. The way it used to be is if you shared to bunches of people at once, it still only counted as one, showed up as one down here. So you have to share it to one at a time. And then what I'm also being told is if you run out of people to share to, that little copy link, when that comes up, if you hit it 5 times, it starts counting. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what I'm being told. So it's worth a try. Hey girl, hey. All right, let's see. Let me get my meal. Look, you know you a Southern family when you open the refrigerator and there's at least 1, if not 2 gallons of milk in there. And there's at least 1, if not 2 gallons of sweet tea in the refrigerator. I have about a half gallon left. I gotta make another gallon tonight. Jen! Yes, honey. Woot woot! I'm here for it. Alright, let me kind of like whisk my sugar and flour together a little bit real quick. Let me check on my butter down here and see what it's doing. Alright, just another minute or so and I got to pull that butter out. Hey girl, hey! What's up? I love you. I mean it. I appreciate y'all being here with me tonight. It's Saturday night. Kids are finally into bed. Time to breathe, decompress. Listen to some music. Time to breathe, decompress. Listen to some music. Oh, I had a for dinner myself. Let me tell you, them things was good. I'll pull them out of the refrigerator, what's left of them, and show them to you too. Oh, Aubrey, love you, mean it. I appreciate you being here. Boop. There's a cup. And then I'm going to add some of the juice. All of my merch is at Hot Mess Fami. My name here, hotmessfami.com. A lot of people are like, what is a Fami? Fami, father and mommy all in one. There you go. All right, let me see if I can get this to open up. Because sometimes.
Hi, Michelle. What can I do for you? All right, tell me about your hobby.
That's not syrup. That's juice. That is like peach juice. That's not syrup. That is juice. I kind of want to like take a sip. Hold on. Let me pour some in here first. Let's go a little bit more. Now this is y'all know this bowl here. Let me see. How do I make my tea? You know what? I might go ahead and make some tea here in a few minutes too, because I'll have time. So I may as well go ahead and do it. Because if I don't, and there's not enough tea left in the morning, it's not going to be pretty. Because Huxley has become very accustomed to his tea in the mornings. Ooh, it smells peachy. I think that was a good idea. I think that was a good idea. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, how old are our children? So we have 5 kids and 2 grandkids all together. From youngest to oldest, we have a 2.5-year-old. We have an almost 4-year-old. We have a 21-year-old. We have a 22-year-old. And we have a 27-year-old. And then the grandboys are 6 and 8. Butter. Now look, out of all the kids though, the older 3, the 21, 22, and 27-year-olds, the 21 and 27-year-olds are both married, doing their own lives. The 22-year-old is engaged to be married, and has her own life as well. So y'all, that like, only ones in the home still are the youngest 2. So, what's up? You need a fork. Alright, let's see. We about to try this peach too. I'm making a peach cobbler. And yes, my mods and Fami family that are here have been here from like the beginning of our journey 5 years ago. We started 5 years ago with our surrogacy journey and came through all of that. So, a lot of them know a lot of the questions y'all may be asking that I cannot see in the comments. But watch for, if your screen kind of flashes, they probably added you to answer your question in the comments. But I try to catch them, and they try to pin some too for me. Hey girl, hey! Alright, let's see. I want to try this peach too and see how sweet they are. See if I need to put them in some sugar, you know what I mean? They're not like overly sweet. They could probably use a little bit of sugar. But they're really good. They're really good. You see, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna cut them and put them in a little bowl, and I'll douse them with a little bit of sugar. Cause let's face it, I'm not eating this whole cobbler. I'm not eating the whole thing. I'll have a bowl or two and that'll be it. Then I will send it down to the lodge. That's how you cook all this stuff and stay thin. And chase a 2 and 3 year old all day long. That'll do it too. So I do all of my shopping at the Wally World because that's where I can go to the closest and get everything I need and get out and get back home. So, these are their brand, the new Better Goods. This is their brand. So, hey girl, hey. Oh, Robbie, thank you, love. Girl, I am just me. I just like to share life of what we do, you know, how life is. That's always been the purpose of this channel. And Fami and You know, I very rarely go anywhere other than Wally World, and that's like I said, it's my easiest store to get to, the quickest, and get in and out of the quickest, and get everything I got in one stop. With a 2 and 4 year old girl, I have to have some ease. You know what I mean? Because I don't always, Daddy doesn't always get to go with me. So, and then the next closest option would be a Food Lion, which we affectionately call a Shitty Kitty. So there's the Shitty Kitty. But even, like, for instance, the Walmart for me is going to take me about an hour and 10-ish to get down, hour and 20, depending on how fast I drive. And y'all have seen kind of a little taste of our roads. So it's not like I can drive all that fast. So that's just to get there. If I were to go to the Chitty Kitty, it would take about the same time, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes more because it's a little bit further to the other side. If I want to go to Target, I have to go all the way to Hickory, which is almost an hour and a half away. When I go to get my hair done, it's an hour and a half away. Thank you. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Let me think. To get to the okay, my post office and the closest gas station is 35 minutes away. And that's 35 minutes of no phone signal. Backcountry roads. Winding mountain roads at that. And if you don't know your way around here during dark, I don't suggest you go out. I'm just saying. We are in the mountains of North Carolina. We're listed as we're Lenore, but we're at the bottom of Blowing Rock, basically. I'm using both jars, FYI. I just feel like I needed them all. So, I can make it from my house to Johnson City, Tennessee, if you take the back dirt mountain road, once again. You can make it from here to Johnson City, Tennessee in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But it is like dirt mountain road. And if it's been rainy and like it has been with all this ice and stuff, honey, no ma'am. Some of them roads is hardly passable when it's dry. Much less when it's that wet and nasty. And they're not like, it's not like they're maintained by the county or anything like that either. Sharon Flies, you know then. You already know, girl. You already know. So, in the little town where I have my post office in Collinsville, there is a medical center there, which is 35 minutes. But we have the advantage in our community that we have 2 retired PAs. We have 3 or 4 RNs. We have a couple EMTs. We have a we got a neuroscientist here that does for neurodivergent type stuff and all that. Yes, honey. So if I need anything, if the kids, when the kids got sick 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, whenever that was, I had the RN come down. The PA come down come down, listen to them with stethoscope, checked them over, made sure we was doing what we needed to do, make sure they wasn't dehydrated, and we was good to go. He said, keep doing what you're doing. Done. I didn't have to leave the house. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is a blessing. You hear me? A blessing. I have not had that all my life. Like when my older kids were younger, I didn't have that option. You know what I mean? So to have that now is fantastic. I'm going to go about 2 tablespoons of sugar on those peaches and stir those around. Hey girl, hey. That's like, what did I do with the lid? Oh, I left it over here. I was looking to the top. All right. That's like when we first came here. I don't want to scratch the inside of my bowl, so I'm going to get my little rubber, my little silicone doodaddy. Hey girl, hey. When we first came here, like our first weekend here, Huxley choked on a piece of a potato. And honey, the medics were down here so quick. They're 3 houses down. They were down here so quick. Like only thing I said was, go get me somebody now. I need somebody now. Because I couldn't get it to come up. I was doing what I needed to do as far as doing the hip between the shoulder blades and all that, and it was not coming up. And so Daddy got a hold of him, and Daddy was beating him between his back, and he finally spit the chunk in the floor back here in the hallway. But by the time he did that, they were walking in the front door, and they checked him over. So I was like, All right. So butter is ready. I had to make sure it was heat treat hot for my fingers, but not scalding hot. I'm just running the butter around the edges. All right. And I'll move this down so you can see. All right. So peaches going in. So that's those 2 jars of peaches. I think 2 jars is definitely needed. 1 jar I don't think would have been enough. And then I'm going to just kind of, move them out. Like this, like so. Okay? Now, I have made my cobbler. So that is Mama Sue. This is Meemaw. I have Jolene. And then I have new ones that I haven't named yet. That I just got. I'm tickled pink. I showed them last night. I'll show them again here in just a minute so you can see them. And they were sent from me by Miss Lizzie at Wild Prairie Antiques in Canada. I like to make sure it's running down kind of in between all the peaches and stuff, and so I don't pour it too fast.
We are here to inspire you, to encourage you, to remind you to slow down and pray. We're here to bring peace into your life, not to lecture you or belittle you, but to encourage you. You are listening to the Limelight.
Elevate your dining experience with the Amex Gold Card. With a $100 Resi credit, you can earn up to $50 back semi-annually after you pay with the Gold Card at U.S. Resi restaurants. Reward your dining. Enrollment required. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/.
All right.
/4-gold.
Hey girl, hey, what's up? What's up? How's it going? All right. Now you need about a half a stick of butter. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And you're just going to cut that up into cubes.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing?
It may take a little less, a little more, you know, approximately. You've got that butter from the bottom as well, but you need this for the top, I promise. I'm going to do this.
Using all your favorite apps like iHeart, play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is. Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we.
There we go. Scrumdiddlyumptious. All right, so my oven is preheated. It's 350 degrees. Okay.
For a seamless connectivity experience, a connection to family and friends, connection to education, connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited.
Just in case. You know what I mean?
Here's a hint. It's got all-terrain tires. It's a circular roof rack you can't miss. And it's tough inside and out with lava wood painting. You'll also find it in its natural habitat.
So I'm going to check it in 35 minutes and see where it's at.
Any adventure, the first ever Nissan Road Rocker. In terms of that, conditions of backbeat, traction, conditions, always monitor traffic, conditions, always strict. Heavy on the
Takes the longest. What's up, guys?
This is Qdoba. It's like
I don't put any vanilla in mine. I mean, you could.
cheese crust.
You could.
Or nachos with slow.
Yes, honey. Look, I said it was good. I didn't say it was good for you. I said it was good. Now I got to get my tea made. Let me turn Rue's TV back on because it's off. I hear her. Hold up. I use salted butter. If you choose not to, that's fine, but I use salted. Again, I said it was good. I didn't say it was good for you.
Price and participation may vary. Valid for either equal or lesser value. Must opt in for rewards for app deals.
There we go. Yes, honey. Yes, honey.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the time.
Oh, yes. Only sweet tea, honey. I'm a true southerner.
Accepted at 99% of places to take credit cards nationwide.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Brittany Dover. Thank you, thank you. Love you, mean it. I appreciate you. I don't do any cinnamon in mine. Again, girl, I ain't knocking you if you do. I know we are not playing Christmas music, y'all. Bye. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Alexa, play 80s pop.
The station, 80s pop, free on Amazon Music.
Girl, bye. I am not listening to Christmas music this time of year. Negatory. Bye. Nope. The batter. Cup of sugar, cup of flour, cup of milk. There's your cobbler. There's your basic cobbler mix right there. Now, I added a little bit of I did a little more sugar and a little more flour and added the peach juice to it. Oh, I'm here for 70s disco too, girl. I will do that too. Nope, no baking powder. Nope. Just those 3 ingredients. That's all you need. That's it. Quick and easy. I'm all about, look, girl. I got a 2 and a 3-year-old. It's got to be quick and easy. $3.50 for 35 to 45 minutes. I use plain flour. If you want it more cakey, you can use the self-rising flour. I've done that before. It just gives you a thicker batter. It's not bad. What's up? Jean Clayton. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You know what I mean? Hey, girl, hey. Just got 2 of them. Look, these are still flying by really fast. We'll listen to Donna. Look, I love me some Donna Summer now. Don't even play. But there again, are there many from my community that don't? Now, girl, I do the big old gallon tea bag. And I bring it up to a boil from medium. That's the way I do it. Yes. Yes. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of this peach juice. You know what? Something's telling me I need to save this. You know what I mean? I'm really thinking. Like I might be able to use it and make something else with it. I'm going to save it. I'm going to put it in my refrigerator. I don't like throwing stuff away. Y'all know that. And I'm not throwing away this jar either. Look, I could make a peach tea, but I don't know if the kids would drink it. So I would have to make myself a separate, you know what I mean? A separate gallon. I might do that tomorrow and try it. Or a peach glaze on like something. You know what? I bet you money I could take this peach juice and make a reduction out of it and glaze it over some chicken or pork or something. Exactly, chicken or pork. Yes, ma'am. I bet that would be good. Yes, ma'am. I'm not getting rid of it. Talk myself into keeping it. Not that I was going to get rid of it anyways, but... Hey, girl, hey! Ooh, I could put it in some pancakes, too. Chris Odom, love you, mean it. I appreciate you being here with us. Even when you're on the road in your truck. What's up? How's it going, guys? I love you. I mean it. I appreciate you being here with me. Now, make sure that you're not only following me here. Go into my bio, click my link tree, and make sure you follow me on all my other platforms. I will be doing a live tomorrow on the tube, FYI. I have not decided what time. I will let you know what time here once I do that, as well as make a note on my website, hotmessfami.com, to let you know what time it'll be over there. Hey, girl, hey. Sugar in my tea. Okay, so here's the thing. I think it's like, I don't know for exactly, and I'll tell you why. Because the tea pitcher that I use is a tea pitcher that I've had for a long time. And I just know how much sugar needs to be in the bottom of that to make it taste right. I think it's around a cup and a half-ish or more. You know what I mean? Just never know. Some bread pudding. Look, if you come from a southern home and live in the southern family like I have all my whole life, honey, you know it's got tons of sugar in it. It ain't never no good for you. That's why it's called sweet tea. I was born and raised in South Carolina. And then my first marriage, I was married to a woman for 10 and a half years. We were both hiding. She came out, I came out, and so did she. I came out first, then she did. We have together a 21, 22, and 27-year-old. And then 2 grandboys that are 6 and 8. And then I married my husband. She married her wife. We continued co-parenting and went on about life and did our thing. And my husband and I via surrogate, have 2. A 2.5-year-old and an almost 4-year-old. So we have 5 kids all together and 2 grands. And are we actively trying for any more? No. No, honey. Now, if God saw fit and dropped some off on the doorstep for us to love, raise, and take care of, would we? Yes. But we're not actively trying for any more. We want to raise our family and, you know what I mean? We're going to homeschool and Huxley, our almost 4-year-old, is on the spectrum, and so we're trying to get diagnosis for him currently, and girl, our hands are full. I hand wash all my Pyrex, y'all, as you should, but that's what I'm doing. That's what you hear the water running for. So, that's where we're at. You know, life is, some days we have really good days. Some days, our days can be a struggle. Today was one of those days where everybody stayed busy and we played. And I feel like Huxley's vocabulary, like he's trying more to talk. We're still not getting enough yet. But I feel like we're trying enough to talk. Like, I feel like I'm getting more than we were getting. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you for your order. I think that's what that said. The process for testing takes forever. Forever and a day. But we're in process. It's just takes forever. And you can't get any, so like he needs speech therapy and needs like OT. Well, he can't get any of that until he has a diagnosis. And I can't get a diagnosis because I can't get him in for an appointment fast enough. Like the fastest right now we're looking at is like April. So, now, that being said, my husband, who is biological father to both of the babies, he did not talk. His mama said, you were pushing almost 5 before you talked. So, maybe he's just delayed and not talking. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I want to make sure that we have exhausted all measures. You know what I mean? Honey, my kids is my everything. They ain't going without. I don't care what I got to do to make sure that they don't go without. If I got to work 24/7 for like 6 months, then so be it. But my kids ain't gonna go without, you know? I was like, everybody's like, why do you meal prep at night? So that way I have my day to do what I want to and need to with them and work and do what I need to on the outside of home. Like, I do cleaning for a couple of people in here. I do landscaping work for a couple of people in here. So I have stuff to do to make other money outside of the home while I'm still right here close enough to be with the kids. So, his hearing and vision are perfect. So, we know that much. Come on, guys. Tap, tap, tap. Share, share, share. Sunshine Mom. Exactly. Exactly. When it's meant to be, and it'll happen. Let me see if this is warm. Let's heat that up. Jamie Bowen! Welcome in from the FYP. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. That means that the likes and shares are doing their thing. Watch. We have already shared 1,000 times already. Watch y'all go. If that number makes it to 500K, I'll give away my first coffee mug. If that number makes it to 1 million, I'll give out a second coffee mug, just at random for likes and shares. Now, top gifter of tonight's live will get 2 coffee mugs in your choice of cookbook. Volume 1, 2, 3, or 4. I have them all available, and I do sign every copy before they leave. So, there you go, there you go. My apron. Yas, honey. These are available over at thehotmessfami.com too. Rhonda. I mean, like my older... The dino! Yes! And we've hit 50% of our paper crane goal. Woot woot! Goal. Woot woot! Cheers. I love you, mean it. Thanks, Cynthia. Of my older kids. Cynthia rolling in. She said, let's just go on and knock this one out for you real quick. Woot woot. Watch, she ain't playing. Do your thing, girl. Woo, go Matt. Thank you, Cynthia. Mwah. She said, I'll put myself towards the top, towards the mugs. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Who gave me the heart? Vicky Morgan Hayes. Thank you for the puff heart. Oh, Nana Garden. Thanks for the follow, love. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're here, you family. I love you, mean it. That's the way we roll. I pray for my family's family morning, noon, and night. So, if you hear you family, welcome to the family's family. Let's see. I'll find you another one. Set up a new one. Let's see. How about... Thanks for the heart. How about... How about these? Jasmine! Score, honey. Howdy, man. Jasmine! score, honey. Howdy, ma'am. Howdy. Oh, look, Rue talks like no tomorrow. Like she's gonna be the one you're gonna be like, would you please hush? Just lay down and hush, please. She's already like that. So I think the thing is too, she will make Huxley talk more, you know what I mean? The more she talks. Howdy, ma'am. Thank you. Now, my older kids, my son, he didn't really talk much until he was like 3 or 4, but he like talked when he like there was no like boo-boo face, like there was no mama dad dang dad, there was none of that. Like he went straight into I need something to drink. I was like, oh wow, where did that come from? So then with my girls, both my older girls, they both, I don't know about Andrea because my oldest, she was my stepdaughter, so I wasn't around whenever she started talking, but by my understanding, she started talking like by like 1.5. She was like da 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 da. But she was around adults all the time, 24/7. So that makes a difference. Like old grandparent adults that stayed home all the time and chattered at the table all the time. Know what I mean? My daughter, my oldest, my middle daughter, number 2 daughter, second in line from the oldest. She was about 2 to 3 years old when she started talking, but there again, she was like wide open talking, like da 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 da, like as soon as she started. So I mean, every child is different, but you can also tell there's some type, there's a little something there, like you can tell, you know. And so I have been with both of them. They have been with me since birth. Like we were skin on skin contact at birth, that time of birth, and then they have been on my side ever since. I don't leave their sides unless I go to get my hair done. That's the only time I'm away from them. And daddy's home with them then. Like, I don't go anywhere without my kids. They don't go anywhere without me. That's the way we roll. Doesn't matter who you are. That's just the way I am. I'm just like that. So I'm very in tune with them both. And I know what they want. And I know that Huxley has needed more of my attention than any of the 5 of my children have ever had. So I know that, I know. You know what I mean? I just know. You know your kids. You know what I mean? You know your kids. Huxley. Huxley. He is more talkative with me, and he tries to talk more with me than with anybody else. He will give everybody else more of the and you can try to talk to him all you want to. And he's like, I ain't talking to you. He will sometimes give you a fist bump or 5s. He'll do 5 with people. You tell him high 5 and he'll give 5. And he'll make a little eye contact. He kind of grins or smirks. But he's the most, like when we're home and stuff, when we're trying to teach him, even with daddy, he's most talkative with me. Like I am his. But you got to remember, they were with me from birth. Like I've never separated from their side. And my husband worked full time too for a long time. So he wasn't home during the day. So I was home with them 24/7. So that makes a difference too. I was trying to do this tea picture without doing this, but. See, I got like a half gallon. He does talk to Joe. Like he like, you know, he mamas to Joe. Mama. But there's very few people that he really, really connects. I had another picture. I swore I had another picture. know I did. It was blue. Hold up, wait a minute. Well, snot. Wait a minute. When all else fails. Well, let's face it, we all are to an extent. We all have isms. Look there. Oh, I overflowed. No, the whole bottom is not screwed on. Daggone it! Girl, we all got isms. Face it, we all got isms. Some of us just have worse isms than others. The level of your ism is between you and your ism. The way you handle your ism is between you and your ism. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? We all got a way to get through life, plain and simple. Okay? Let's face it. We all do. You have a coping mechanism of some sort. Now, some of our coping mechanisms may not be the best coping mechanisms, but we have them. Now, some of our coping mechanisms we have learned from our parents and from the generations that have raised us. And so what we have to figure out on our own, because I am a very, very firm believer in the fact that everybody's got a journey, and your journey and my journey are not going to look alike. Your journey and your neighbor's journey is not going to look alike. We are, mwah, love you, mean it. I appreciate you. And just because our journeys don't look the same does not mean that we don't have a common thread somewhere and we can't make the best of every situation. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at things. So, my isms, like for instance, I am diagnosed. I have PTSD, severe depression and anxiety, and OCD. Like, on paper, I have paper. I tell everybody, I'm papered. Like, paper. Don't play with me. Good. Sarcasm, I'm here for it. But we all have a coping mechanism, and everybody's coping mechanism is different. You may find that your coping mechanism that you thought that you learned was going to be the best for you and was going to work the best, but sometimes if you'll listen to someone else that may be going through some of the things that you're going through, maybe they can give you a different coping mechanism that would help better than what you're currently doing. Because maybe what you're currently doing is not working. You know? Tim and Misty, I love it. Look, Huxley is a doll. He is a lover. I mean, 1000%. But he's just very quiet and reserved. But you got to remember, my husband is very quiet and reserved. You know? My husband, he makes his videos on his page, but he even says himself, the thing is, he said, I'm talking as loud as I can, but the mic don't hear me. And I'm like, because you got to really project, and you don't project. I'm one that projects my voice. You know? She said, I have a voidism. I will tell you this much. Like I have told many of you before, I have been a father-mommy, for basically 30 years now. At 14, I was basically raising my younger brother and sister and taking care of my dad full-time. So, I have been a fammy for 30 years. I am now 44. I promise you. And I have helped raise a mini kid, too. I have bunches of cousins and nieces and nephews that I've had to take care of over the years. And I babysat. That was what I did for a job for a long time. And had I had 4 families that I like babysat for on a regular. So I basically helped raise their kids too. And I'm telling you, I have seen the difference in the way kids come up and the difference in personalities, and nobody's the same. I promise you that. This one right here. That's how many we've gotten in the live completely. I don't remember exactly what this one is for. I keep track. It's hard to keep track of me. And then I was reading the way they're changing a lot of the likes and the share stuff and all that, and I'm like, I'm confused. Y'all got me confused. Y'all got me confused. It shows, yes, that shows you how many personal hearts you sent yourself. That's what I'm reading. Now that I can put this top on here. And it not leak out. So I have 4 more minutes before we check the cobbler the first time. I've been back and forth between. Oh, Corey, you're so sweet. Thank you. Angie, girl, you know. All you got to do is put your mind to it, right? Right? So, I mean, it's not like you got an option most of the time. Now, okay, so here's my tea pitcher, right? This is one of those, what is this, like Rubbermaid or whatever? Yeah, it's a Rubbermaid, okay? So, you see how it's like textured and then it's like more clear down here? Okay, so this spot right down here, I get my sugar like right there, and I know that's enough sugar. So that's how, I'm assuming it's like a cup and a half-ish. But I don't measure. I just pour it in the bottom of the pitcher because I know that's where the sugar needs to be because I've made it there so many times. You know what I mean? This tea pitcher has been around forever. My older kids have made tea in this tea pitcher. So see, there's my line of sugar right there. And there's the top of the texture. Alright, so that's how much sugar I put in there. Alright, so that's how much sugar I put in there. She needs her full 45. She's got 2 left on this timer, so we're going to add that to it. I didn't hit the timer the first time. It was trying to change the temperature. Okay. Hey, girl, hey. What are you doing? Oh, Christine, I appreciate you. I love you, mean it. Cheers. I appreciate you, Teresa Collins, going back and forth between liking and sharing. So it has been bitterly cold here. We're supposed to hit a warm-up spell. First, girl, we're going to have a heat wave. We're going to have highs in like the 30s. Almost 40. Oh my goodness. Today, it made it up to like 36 degrees. Woo! Let me see what we're at currently. I have a thermometer right outside the window. Let's see. We're currently sitting at 10 degrees. It's a balmy 10 degrees outside. Country girl, honey, you are right. This is a cruel, cruel world, but I try to be as positive as possible. Because sometimes my positivity and my smile and my joy is the only joy that comes to you. You know what I mean? No, not yet. Afterlife. I only use one, but I buy the big tea bag, the big gallon size tea bag. So that's why I only use one. But I use the store brand. I'm not, most of the time, other than my creamer, I'm not picky about the brand. But my creamer, I am. As far as the tea bags, I get the Wally World gallon size caffeine, just regular old caffeine tea bag. Now, I buy the decaffeinated tea, and I do from time to time alternate and make a little decaf tea, especially with the kids drinking tea now. That way they're not getting all the caffeine. Debbie Gates, I love you, mean it. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. So our tiny home has been added on to a few times. There is a tour pinned in the second video on my page. Yeah, but sometimes you have to do that caffeine, the caffeine free with the babies, because they don't need the caffeine. I don't need them to have the caffeine. All right. Now, let me tell you another little secret. Your tea bags, okay, do not throw them away. When you're making tea like this, leave it sitting in the pot. Let it cool off. Take this tea bag when you're done, when it's cooled down. Don't put it in there hot. You're going to mess up if you put it in there hot. Let it cool off. Once it cools, take the whole tea bag still wet, and if it's dried out, add a little bit of cool water to it. Take it and stick it in your plant. Let it completely dry out in the bottom of the plant. The soil and the plant will soak up the caffeine and the nutrients from the tea grounds, and it will perk your plants up. Once it is completely dried out, tear the tea bag open and dump the grounds into the bottom of your soil and let it continue to rest and reside there. You will have some of the best soil for planting you have ever had. So, that's what I did with the peace lily that came from my daddy's, when my daddy passed. I got a piece of it that was only 3 little leaves 4 years ago, because it was right after Huxley was born. I'm going to show it to you. This is exactly what I've done to get it to where it's at. That peace lily was 3 leaves 4 years ago. And I can't like move it. I have to leave it on a table now. So this was 3 leaves 4 years ago. And what I do is, with my tea bags, in fact, this one's ready. So, here's the tea bag. See, it's dried up now. Then you just tear that open and dump your tea grounds into your soil and throw the little bag part in the trash. It makes for some of the richest, soil ever for plants. Yes, you can do that to your flowers outside too. Like your coffee grounds and all that stuff. Put it out with your flowers. It's fantastic for them. So with this one, I alternate the way she faces the window by a quarter turn every 3 days to make sure she's staying full all the way around. So her last turn made this side, it was kind of bare over here. So it made it fill in more. So now what we do is this side's starting to get a little more bare. This one's more full. So now what we do is we take it like this and turn it a quarter turn. And that will make this continue to grow towards the sun, which will make the whole thing full. So if you're constantly doing a quarter turn about every 3 or 4 days with your plants like this that are inside, so if you're constantly doing a quarter turn about every 3 or 4 days with your plants like this that are inside and getting light, it'll help them fill and get fuller faster. Yeah, these are great to keep mosquitoes and stuff away. Now these are Thanksgiving cactus here and here. And they're pretty much done with their blooms and are ready to be repotted, honestly. I'm going to put them in one big pot together. That is Rufus. And then I've got twisted lipstick vine down there. Right down there. And green onion growing in that bowl. So, yeah. That's all I have. Well, no, because I have the ones up top. I have plants up there too. They vine all the way across and go across. They grow all the way around my kitchen. The rest of them are outside. Yes, it'll work on any of your plants. Lisa, absolutely. I'm an ordained minister and preach it on a regular. Much love and light to you, friend. Hey, girl, hey. Look, that bank of windows is perfect. And it's very filtered light because I have really tall emerald cypress trees out there. So they grow up tall and kind of skinny. You know what I mean? And the sun kind of filters down between them. Fantastic. Corey, 2.5, almost 4, 21, 22, 27. That's the rundown of the kids' ages. Brenda Sue, yes, honey. All Bex, love, hugs, and prayers to you and your family, love. So, this Southern girl, I started my TikTok channel when we started our surrogacy journey 5 years ago. So the videos on my page is like a video logged timeline of them growing up. Oh, honey, it broke my heart when I thought I was going to lose all my videos here. And y'all, I downloaded this one little thing and it let me download. I didn't know it had worked until 2 days after everything it went down. And all my videos I was laying in bed one night and I opened up the little app and there they were. Every one of my videos. Tickled my soul. Yep, the cobbler wasn't done, so we cut the time back on and restarted it. My son was 21. Just turned 21 whenever they got married. Him and his husband got married. Like, they have not been married that long. His birthday is May the 2nd, and they got married the next weekend. They're not even a year married yet. But they're doing so good. They are really doing so good. It tickles my soul that he sends me, like, literally, he's on our phone plan still. So he just, like, sends his money for his phone bill, and then, like, 3 hours later, he texts me, and he's like, hey, I went ahead and sent the phone bill, and I liked it, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you sending that. I'm just making sure you got it. I'm like, I raised such a responsible little young man. He had me worried for a little while there, but no joke. I was worried for a little bit. I was like, he's never going to meet anybody. He is such a, like, hermit. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. He does not, for the longest time, like, I was like, I'd have to ask him, hey, have you washed the sheets on your bed? Have you washed clothes recently? Like, he was just very introverted and very, like, you know what I mean? Couldn't get him to do nothing, go nowhere, talk to nobody. And then all of a sudden, he met who is now his husband, who is a sergeant in the Marines, actually. So he met his husband and everything blossomed, so. Hey girl, hey! Look, he has done very well. Him and his husband both have done very well, so I'm tickled. Ooh, Corey, I'll take that, girl. I'll take it, yes. How old am I? Girl, I tell everybody I'm 29 and holding. But I'm 44. I just turned 44. I'll be 45 this year. In November. Woo! So, because my son-in-law is a sergeant in the Marines, they are stationed in Beaufort. So they don't have the option of really moving around anywhere. They have always said that like, after their first time coming up here, they were like, ooh, it would be cool to be here. And I was like, eventually down the road, you never know, maybe. That would be cool. S. Lynn, girl, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Because I would have thought by look, my son was very mature. Like, he was running our business. We used to have a furniture consignment store. And he was, like, the full-time manager running the business when he was 17 and a half. So, because he was going to school at home. So, he's responsible. But there were still things and there are still some things that I'm like, okay, I wouldn't have done that way. But you have to live and learn and do things your way and figure out what's going to be better or not. And there's been situations he's called me and he was like, I should have done it the way you said because then I wouldn't have had to. And I'm like, exactly. But, Thanks for the woolly hat. Girl, look, they will $20 you forever. forever. And get mad at you when you don't do the $20 for them. And not talk to you. Yes, honey, 29 plus text. And not talk to you. Yes, honey, 29 plus text. So, look, whenever the kids were, whenever my 21 and 22-year-olds were coming to visit with us during their, like, summer breaks and spring breaks and that kind of stuff, or stay for 4-day weekends or whatever, when we had our business, we were open 6 days a week. And if I had to get up and go to work, you was getting up and going to work too. And you was gonna learn to run it. You was gonna learn how to run a business and learn how to deal with customers and learn customer service. And then in the evening, I took you out to eat. And then if you needed something from the Wally World, I took you by and let you get it. You know? Oh, David Sparrow. Thank you, thank you. That's right. You go work and earn this, baby. Don't play with me. I feel like my oven's not heating up for some reason. Like, not hot enough. Because my cobbler's cobblering, but she ain't browned over in the top. I want her to brown over. You know what I mean? That nice golden brown. That's what I want her to do, and she ain't done that yet. She driving me bonkers, girl. Joe, we're in a tiny home. Now, our tiny home has been added on to quite a bit. So, standard tiny home, 399 square foot. We're 1,100 square foot. So, nonetheless, there's a tour of ours on the second pin video on my page. Hey, girl, hey, what's up? Girl, look, you gotta have lots of patience. With kids, period. Debbie McKenna, yes, honey. And some not till really late. That's my original Fami family logo. Trust and believe. That was my first logo that I did. And this apron is still available as well. Watching us at 411 now. Yes, honey. Y'all gonna hit that 500 tonight. Somebody's getting a coffee mug. Yep, we get ready to start a timer. I was hoping my cobbler was gonna be done, but y'all, it ain't cooking up fast enough. Might be more like straight up hour. Gallon OT. Now, I don't stick the hot tea directly into the refrigerator because it will sour if you do that. Oh, thank you, Corey. I'm so glad. So I let her sit out and cool down. Once she is cooled down, I will put her in the Frigidaire. But until she cools down, negatory. Thank you. Thank you. So, during the summertime, Stephanie, it has been a long time since I have done sun tea. But I have done sun tea before. I didn't have a choice but to do sun tea at one point in time. Because I used to... there was a point in time in my life where I lived in my car. And so sun tea was my only option. I lived in my car for about 3.5, 4 months. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Ed and Sam. All right, let's do this. Let me get my timer. My timer. I'm giving you a 15-minute timer. 15-minute timer. Sun tea is where you take your pitcher of water and drop your tea bag in it and set it literally where the sun heats it and steeps it throughout the day for you. Depending on how hot it is, you can do it really fast or it may take a little while. But when I lived in my car, I used to put it on the hood of the car. And just make sure I was parked where no birds would boop boop in it. You know what I mean? And pray to God none flew over. Yes, if you can get like a mason jar was the best to do it in. Because that light reflecting off that mason jar heated it up a lot faster. All right. 15 minutes. Top gifter will be the winner. You will get 2 coffee mugs and your choice of cookbook. Volume 1, 2, 3, or 4. Or you can get the dessert edition. Completely up to you. There you go. There you go. You know, let me tell you. I see it says, you said it makes you sad that I lived in my car. But let me explain. So, when I left my ex-wife and came out, I came out first. She did not come out to begin with. She waited until our divorce was finalized before she came out. And so I was dealing with a lot because of that. And I had one couple that allowed me to come and stay with them. I moved all of my stuff to their house. I put all of my family pictures and stuff that I had and extra clothes and everything that I owned into their little shed in their backyard. And I was living with them for about a month and a half, right at about 6 weeks, 8 weeks. And they decided they wanted me to take them to see an actual drag show one night at the, bar downtown. And I was like, okay, cool, we'll go. Used to love to go to the shows. So we made our trek downtown. And when we got there, they offered to purchase me a drink. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah. I'll have a drink, and then we'll watch the show, and then we can go home. That was the plan. Well, when the drink came to the table, I drank my drink, and within 20 minutes of drinking my drink, I knew that something was wrong, and I fell off my bar stool and passed out. And when I came to, I was in the truck, going back down the interstate, puking my guts up out of the side of the door. And then, I'm not going to go into what happened beyond that. You know what happened. So then I had to move out of that house immediately. Nonetheless, I had to leave the next morning. I left before anybody woke up. And so all of my belongings were there at that house, and I never got any of them back. So everything I owned was in a duffel bag that weighed about 90 pounds. And that my entire life was in that duffel bag. And so I had that, and I had my car, and that was all I had. And so I lived in my car for about 3.5 months. So, yeah. Then I was invited to stay at somebody else's house, another couple. And my PTSD kicked in. I couldn't do it. I tried. And as nice as they were, and as open and as kind as they were, and as much as they never bothered me and never laid a hand on me and never even made me feel uncomfortable, even though we were in that position, I still couldn't stay there. I may have slept there or stayed there 3 or 4 nights, but I couldn't sleep because I was afraid somebody was going to come into my room the whole time. And I would lock the door. So, yeah. Honey, I have testimony like you would not believe. I've been through some stuff. Then when I finally did meet the first guy that I was kind of with, that turned into a rather abusive relationship as well. So, and I had already come out of a straight marriage that was an abusive relationship. So, The last beating I took, I suffered a double concussion and 2 broken ribs. So, yeah. I'm a little bit stronger, though. I never got my pictures. No. In fact, they took all of my stuff and took it to the county dump. And when I found out that they had taken it to the county dump, it was 3 weeks after they had done it. So. But look at me now, baby. Look at me now. She's still too yellow. She's not brown. She's not golden enough yet. What's up? Look, you know what? I am a firm believer in there is something positive that comes out of everything. We all go through things in life for a reason. I believe that 1000%. The thing is, you've got to learn what you went through, so that you don't make the mistakes you made then again. You know what I mean? Because if you look back on it, there was something somewhere that told you this probably ain't a good idea. There were a couple of things that night. Oh, thought you mean it. There were a couple of things that night that were telling me, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe y'all shouldn't. Maybe you should just stay home tonight. It was a Sunday night. Maybe you should just stay home tonight. And I didn't. I didn't listen to my gut. My gut told me to stay home. You know what I mean? Kelly, yes. Yes. 1000%. And there's been a lot of situations over my life, my 44 years, that I can tell you, looking back, I knew better, and I knew that I didn't need to do or move forward or make a step, or you know what I mean? And I did anyways. And then I paid for that. But there again, I think that's the consequences of life altogether. I think your path, here's your path, okay? Your road is here. Boom. And you come to different forks in the road. You can go right or you can go left. Okay? Now, you go right and it might turn out really, really good. But you might go right and it might not turn out too good. Then you know, but what if I go left? I don't know. What should I do? So you make a decision and you go right. Well, you get down right's path about 1.5 miles and you're like, oh, crud. This was a bad choice, but you can't turn around now. You're going to have to go on through it, deal with it, and come on back into the path again. When you come back into that path again, you will come to some more forks on down the road, and you have to make those decisions. Then we have to take those forks and figure out what was the meaning of that fork. What was the meaning of it? Oh, thank you, Teresa. It had a meaning. It had a purpose. I promise it did. Look, I promise you right now, I could not, in the moment of being beat constantly, think of what the good purpose was going to be in that. What good's going to come out of that? Do you know what good actually came out of it? I have been able to minister to so many people that have been in those situations before too. So that's the good that came out of it. I have been able to allow myself to show other friends of mine that they're headed towards a road of disaster if they don't make changes. That's the positive. We're supposed to be here to learn from one another, and we're supposed to learn from our situations, but still learn from one another as well. Yes, we hit our 500K in likes. 6 minutes. I told you I'm an ordained minister. No joke. No joke. For real, for real. All right. We got 6 minutes left on the timer for top gifter. But we have made it to 500K in likes. and exceeded 500 shares. So since we have done so, I'm going to give away a coffee mug at random. Let me grab one. All right. Up for grabs. For likes and shares, just for being here, tapping the screen, and sharing the live. I'm just going to do a random giveaway. The word you are going to type. The word you are going to type tonight is jelly bean. Jelly bean will get you. Oh, look which one it is. It's the pink hearts. Love you, mean it. It's the pink hearts. Love you, mean it. And the way I do this is I literally just click on one of these names right here as they're scrolling by. And I pin it. And the winner is Taylor Grace 1114. You have won the Love You Mean It coffee mug this evening. Congratulations, Taylor Grace. So, Taylor, if you will, send me an email. hotmessfami@gmail.com. It's my name here, hotmessfami@gmail. With your name and mailing address, I will get this one boxed up and shipped out to you. Congrats, congrats. Now, listen, I do it at every 500K in likes and 500 shares. So had we exceeded that and gone to 1 million, I'd have done it again. So that's the way we do it on every live. There you go, there you go. Congrats. Congrats, congrats. Yes! All right. So let me write your name on this cup box, because if I don't, Taylor Grace. I got you, boo. I got you, boo. Send me an email with your address and stuff, okay? All right, let's check on our timer. My cobbler still isn't golden. She's getting golden, but she ain't golden yet. I want her to finish, but she might not. Oh, thanks for the galaxy! Thanks for the hat! Yes! All right, you got 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Whoop, whoop. Jeffrey and Stacy for the cobbler. A cup of flour, cup of sugar, cup of milk. That's it. Mix it together. Base cobbler. I added a little bit of peach juice to mine, which may be why it's taking so long to cook up this time. Didn't think about that. We added more juice. More liquid. So that's the batter. Peaches. You want about a cup's worth or more of peaches. If you're doing fresh peaches, I use the jar peaches and still added sugar. Put some sugar on your peaches, about a tablespoon or 2. Mix those together. A whole stick of butter in the bottom of your 9x13. Pop it in the oven, let it melt. Once it melts down, put your peaches in. Pour your cobbler mix over the top. And then cut up about a half a stick of butter in cubes and put it on top like a dump cake. And pop it in the oven and bake it. 350 degrees, 45, 55 minutes. Now listen, I have exceeded 55 minutes, but I added more cobbler. I had a cup and a third of sugar, a cup and a third of flour. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's where I went. And I added the juice. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. There you go. A cup. It's like the old Dolly Parton recipe. A cup. Yes, all of my merch, hotmessfami.com. She's beautiful. She just needs to finish baking up. Hey girl, hey. Now remember, we are here 6 nights a week, Monday through Saturday. Tomorrow, I am going to do a live on the tube. Just so you know, make sure you're following me over there. Follow me in all of my links in my bio. Just in case something were to happen here. As far as time for tomorrow morning, I will get up and post a video here And I will put it on my website, hotmessfamily.com, as to what time I will go live. I would like to get the kids to take a little bit of a nap tomorrow, and do it during a nap time would be great. But we'll see if that happens. If not, I might just do one during the afternoon tomorrow. But it'll be afternoon time. 30 seconds, because I know I got my church folks to go to church, so I want my church folks to be home from church. You know what I mean? So everybody can join. 20 seconds. Top gifter. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Time is up. Whoop, whoop. And our top gifter of tonight's live is Miss Cynthia. Congratulations, Cynthia. You are the top gifter of tonight's live. Congrats, congrats. So, Cynthia, send me an email, hotmessfamily@gmail.com, letting me know that you've won this evening, and we will get squared away and make sure that you get the mugs that you need. And let me know which cookbook you want. Congrats, congrats! All right, my loves. Let me see if this is... It's not done. Oh, wait. She is... Oh! Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. She is browning right on up. Hold up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring you to her, though, because she's still not done. She's not as brown, golden brown as I want her to be. But I'm going to bring you over here. Look. Yes, honey. Yes. So she'll be just a few more minutes. But, yes. She's browning up right nicely. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for being here with us tonight. For all your likes, your shares, your gifts, your love, your support. I love you. I mean it. Make sure you're following me on all the other platforms. Sundays normally is not a live day for me. I don't do lives on Sunday normally, but I am going to do one over on the Tube tomorrow, and I will keep you posted with the time. All right? I love you. I mean it. I appreciate you being here. Before we go, a little bit of, hold up. Alexa, stop. A little bit of, good night, sweethearts. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweethearts. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweethearts. Good night. I love you. I mean it. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Thanks for a great live. It's been fantastic. Y'all have a great evening. Bye.